Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back by a new video of This is Gamelord. Today we are back with a Grey Eminence video. Today technology and diplomacy are on the schedule. Let's start with diplomacy. Subject relationships involve one country giving up some of its sovereignty to another in exchange for certain benefits. There are various types of subjects in the game, with its own unique mechanics. Not all subject types are available at the start of the game. Some more advanced ones, like protectorates and client states, are gated behind certain technologies. The most common subject relation is vassalage. As mentioned in the first dev diary, most countries at the start of the game aren't monoliths, but are instead comprised of multiple layers of vassals. Functionally, each vassal is its own separate country with a vassalage relationship with its liege. Another type of subject that's frequently seen at the start of the game is tributary. Unlike vassals, tributaries are not visually rendered as a part of that overlord's country. They also don't enjoy most of the protections inherent in the closer type of the subjects. Dynastic relationships are preserved for countries with an dynastic source of legitimacy. These relationships are unique in that they're conditional on the maintenance of certain dynastic circumstances between the two countries. The obvious example of dynastic relationship is dynastic marriage. This relationship is established when a member of one country's ruling dynasty marries into another country's ruling dynasty. Another dynastic relationship is with unique mechanics is the personal union. Like dynastic marriages, personal unions are circumstantial relationships. It occurs whenever the same ruler reigns over two or more countries. It might happen diplomatically, through war, or via careful planned inheritance. Okay, the last one. Careful planned inheritance? Woo! Sounds really cool to me. Okay, let's continue. No distraction. Military relations revolve around commitment and participates or defend against armed conflict. Not a lot of information here since there's a lot of unannounced features. But the first military relationship we know is a mutual defense. Under this agreement, two countries agree to assist each other in an event of an attack on one of them. One thing with a mutual defense treaty, since not all wars are total wars, the support you will get may depend on the scope of the war. A similar relationship to a mutual defense is a guarantee. It evokes protection against invaders, but from one side. Then, a different sort of military relation is a non-aggression. This is not really available at the start, it's unlocked through technology. It provides the countries to go to war with each other. Then economic relationships exist to facilitate trade and economic transfers between countries. They offer the widest variety, from supporting struggling allies to outright destroying hostile economies. Economic relationships usually have a specific duration or time limit. Most diplomatic relationships are formed voluntarily through negotiations. This is a process where both countries suggest concessions towards a common end. With diplomacy done, let's now move to technologies. The technology system consists of numerous individual techs with its own unique condition for invention and spreading. Grey Eminence is trying to strive to make the technology system meaningful. They are purposefully avoiding adding techs that only offer passive stat bonuses. Most technologies in Grey Eminence either expand existing mechanics or give access to new ones. The population of a given tile has access to each individual technology in the game. This allows to add both tile level and country level mechanics to the tech, which in turn makes for an interesting simulation of historical progress. For example, a single locality might be the first to discover a new production method, and the resulting economic boom could make its locality a production center that will persist long after the technology has spread to other locations. The conditions for inventing new technology vary significantly, but are usually tied up to the presence of specific buildings or natural resources or previous technologies, or people with a certain level of literacy. Once a tech has been discovered in a given tile, that tech's tile level mechanics are unlocked. For example, a tech that gives you access to a new building will allow you to construct that building only in the tile. From then on, the technology will start to spread. The spread of technology can happen via multiple avenues: close geographical proximity, trade, immigration, and espionage. After a given technology has spread through your country sufficiently, you can choose to adopt it. This unlocks that tech's country level mechanic. Same example with the buildings. Adopting a building enabling tech allows you to build that building anywhere. One important consequence of tech adoption is that it greatly increases the speed at which it spreads, both internally and externally. This leads to an interesting choice. Am I going to adopt the tech immediately or not? If you don't adopt the technology right away, it slows down the spread to rival countries, but lets you make the use of the tile level benefits for a longer time. Of course, progress cannot be withheld forever, so technologies are adopted automatically once they are spread to an overwhelming majority of a country's tile. Techs in Grey Eminence don't exist in a vacuum. Instead, they are grouped together linearly into tech trees that revolve around a common topic. There are 4 tech trees: economic, military, science, and social. Each tech tree will get its own dev diary later on. But for now, Grey Eminence reveals that the tech trees are made up of a number of parallel branches. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit a thumb up, subscribe and click the bell notification to get notification when I upload a new Grey Eminence video, and join my Discord to get notification when I upload any video or go live on Twitch. I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.